Hi guys, welcome back. I know I must be looking like absolutely cray cray if you're joining me from another video and you didn't just see me bake my face. So right now I am baking because I'm going full glam, full face of makeup. I went with the full coverage foundation, lots of concealer, I cream contoured. You can see I'm ready to cut a bee. Yes. And so I'm still baking. I'm going to let this powder sit into my eyes. It's really great for brightening everything up, and I'm going to leave it while I do the eyeshadow look. So today, I'm going to do, since we're going full face, we might as well go full glam in the eyes as well. So I'm going to use, I'm almost going to say my new favorite palette of the moment. I think it came out just a few weeks ago, maybe less than a month ago. I have been loving it. I've been using it probably for about 2.5, 3 weeks, and I think it's awesome. This is the Dominique Cosmetics, yes, from beauty influencer, beauty guru, Kristen Dominique. So this is her Latte palette. I think it's awesome. This is the outer carton. You pull it out. It's so pretty. It is so pretty. It's also so dirty. I tried to like clean it before filming this video, but it is gorgeous. Just look. And just look at those colors. Oh, I love it. I love everything about this palette. You can see how so dirty it is because I have been going in. I traveled with this guy. I went to Canada last week. This one came with me. Wore it like every day. It's fantastic. So what we're going to do is I'm going to try to use this Latte palette, and I'm going to create like a nice smoky halo eye. We're going to do like a recreate the sunset on our lid using this palette. I might pull out some other beauty influencer palettes as well to really add some like depth and color. Yeah, but before we get started, I'm actually gonna punch you guys in, zoom in a little bit so you can really see in detail what I'm doing, and yeah, let's get into it. All right, you guys, so we're zoomed in nice and close, ready to get started on this eye look. So I'm gonna take a big kind of fluffy blending brush. This is gonna be the Morphe M411. And I'm gonna go into this color called Vanilla Cream, which is this kind of yellowy cream color. And I wanna start by just blending this guy all over the lid. I've already set my lid down with the baking powder, but I'm just really gonna continue to set this down, kind of add a nice warmth and wash color to the face, or to the eye, not to the face. Although Kristen did say you could use this as a banana powder to set under the eye and brighten everything up. So maybe we'll do that. We'll see how bright everything looks after we're done baking. So I'm just adding some color, sweeping it on from the lash line all the way up, basically to the brow bone, just to add some color. I'm next going to move over to the next color in the palette, which is this one. It's called Caramel, or Caramel. I say caramel. I think other people say caramel. And I'm going to take this on the same brush, that M441, and start working this kind of into the crease to create a nice base for all the other colors. Add a little bit of warmth back in and a little bit of dimension. Alright, so now I've got nice color down, nice base. Oh, you can start to see my eyes a little bit dry. I'm doing a lot of makeup these last few days, filming all these videos. Okay, so next we're going to move into Pumpkin Spice, which is this beautiful, beautiful orange color in the palette. And just, again, sticking with that same M411 brush, tapping off the excess, I'm going to start working this into the crease. Again, using just windshield wiper motions. Back and forth, back and forth. Starting to really build up that color. This is really adding a lot of warmth to the eye look that I really love. I like this color. It's a great, great warm, orangey terracotta brown. And just really making sure to blend this all the way up onto the bone that's right here, the eye socket. I kind of blend a little bit. I have sort of kind of hooded eyes. They're not super hooded, but they definitely are a little bit hooded. So I make sure to blend really well over that eye socket, about halfway up between the crease and your eyebrow. So now I've got a nice base down, nice warm color all the way. I'm gonna go into a different palette. So this is the Laura Lee Cat's Pajamas palette. Ooh, look at that glitter. This is not one of my favorite palettes. I think it has beautiful colors, and I think for the look that we're doing today, it's gonna be really nice. So I'm actually gonna go into this one, which is Kooky. This is a great cranberry color. I enjoy this one. I enjoy all the shadows. I don't really the black. The black is kind of, it's a little meh. But I enjoy all the shadows. The only thing with this palette, if you use any of these shimmer glitter, like this one, this red, this cranberry, and this like purple are great, but you have to use a glitter glue, otherwise they're not gonna last. Like they just won't. So I'm gonna take this on like a really small kind of dense packing brush. This is the M519. As you can see, it's really small little packing brush or pointed detail shadow brush. So I'm gonna take that, I'm gonna dip into Kooky, and I'm really gonna start working this into the crease. Again, since we're doing a halo eye, all the way from the center into the outer corner and into the inner corner of the eye. Outer corner to inner corner. Windshield wiping motions. Really just packing this in, adding a nice little bit of red warmth to this look. So I like this color. I don't dislike the Cat's Pajama palette. I think it's fine. It performs well enough. It's just not my favorite palette of all time. It's not one that I find myself really reaching for on like a regular basis. Although I did use some of these like cranberry colors and then paired them with Laura Lee's collab with ColourPop for No Kill LA, the animal shelter. And it ended up making a really, really gorgeous, like red, cranberry, golden eye look for Christmas, which was really pretty. All right. So now I've got this nice red transition, red base right in the crease. I'm gonna go back to the M411 and just kind of blend the edges. Blend them out, blend them all together, making sure everything is nice and incorporated and you don't see any harsh lines between the red that we laid down and some of the earlier shades. So now I'm hopping back into the Latte palette. I'm going to take a nice, one of my favorite brushes of all time, the M433, which is a really great little flat packing brush. And I'm going to go into this awesome purple color. This is called Double Shot. This palette, this color, it does it for me every time. I think it's amazing. I think I would buy this palette just for this one purple. And so I'm going to tap off the extra because it is very pigmented. Very, very pigmented. And so I'm going to actually tap this color right on the inner corner and on the outer corner of my eye. And just starting to very gently work this into the crease. Kind of using a twirling motion, twirling the brush between my fingers and just patting it, really building up that color. And I'm going to kind of turn this brush sideways, brush it out, kind of create a little bit of a shadow wing with this color as we just continue to pack it in. Going about halfway into the actual on the lid, but leaving the very, very center of the eyelid open so we can create the halo eye. All right, then again, going back in with that 411 brush and picking up a little more double spice and a little more caramel, blending everything out and blending it up on the brow bone. I feel like I've lost a little bit of the definition that I wanted using that kooky red cranberry color from the Laura Lee palette. So I'm going to go back in, same brush as I used to have the kooky, but I'm going to swap over to another warm tone palette. This is the Huda Beauty Obsessions. This is the warm brown Obsessions palette. And I'm going to go into this color, which is a little bit darker than the Laura Lee one. And then I'm going to pick up just a teeny bit of this one, which is really terracotta-y. And just work those two right into the crease, kind of tying it all together and making sure we're just darkening everything up. Okay, so now we've got that. I'm gonna grab some concealer. So this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills concealer, and I'm gonna just take this on a flat packing brush. This is I have two. This is an Anastasia Beverly Hills concealer brush, and I also have this really tiny Morphe. This is the M107.4, which is tiny, tiny, tiny. It's really a lip brush. So I'm going to take a combination of these two brushes, and I'm going to carve out the center part of my eyelid in order to do the halo eye. So I'm going to start by taking just a little bit of this concealer, picking it up on this Anastasia concealer brush, and just putting it on the back of my hand so I have some concealer to work with as I do this process. So now I have a little bit of concealer. I'm going to just take that right on the center of my eye. The large concealer brush, and then with the small one, taking a little bit more of that, can really get up here and do the detail and carve out that nice hard crease. Okay, so now that's cut. I'm just going to take another flat, another big brush. So this is going to be the R37 brush. I'm going to go back in with vanilla cream and just set this concealer down so that the shadows will stick onto it really well. All right, now picking up the color Creme Brulee with my finger, I'm just going to tap this right into the center of the eye where I just cut the crease. Kind of going a little bit above the cut crease. I want it to, I'm not really worried about it being super, super clean right now. I want a little bit of bleed over, and then we can clean it up later. And now I'm going to go into Macchiato, which is this lighter champagne color, and then just dotting that in the very, very center, just to lighten up Creme Brulee slightly. All right, now we've got those down. I'm going to go back on my M433, back into this purple double shot, and just start darkening up those outer corners again, making sure to tie together the two colors. And then finally, going back with this small M519, going back into this cranberry color in Kooky, and defining that crease just a little bit more. And then I'm actually going to take this color Kooky, and I'm going to take this other color Cray Cray, just this, again, kind of like warmish brown color in the Laura Lee Cat's Pajamas, mixing those two together, and I'm going to just start running this underneath the lower lash line. Now I'm going to grab another flat packing brush, and I'm going to take a little bit more of back into the Latte palette, a little bit more of this macchiato color, this light champagne. And I'm just going to run that right under the lower lash line, kind of in the middle, to mirror where we have the glitter on the top lash line, or on the actual lid. Then I'm going to take that same color, hit the inner corner, and the brow bone for a nice brow bone highlight. Alright, and there you have it. I'm going to go ahead and finish up the next eye off of camera, and I'll be right back. So I'm back. I went ahead and finished up the other eye, and I just went ahead and I popped on some liner. This is the purple liner from Almaty, and then I threw on some lashes. These are the Cécile lashes from House of Lashes. So to finish everything up, I'm just going to grab my Lash Paradise and very quickly throw on a quick coat just to connect the false lashes and my real lashes. And there you have it.